Talent are livid after straight garbage. WES cancel their show. Plus, we had a title change on Dynamite, and which AEW faction split on last night's Dynamite. You'll find out in the wrestling news right now. Let's talk about WES, baby. WES. This is the wrestling promotion that was running their first show at the Motorpoint Arena in Nottingham this Saturday. Note the use of the past tense there. This show was set to feature stars such as UFC fighter Alistair Overeem, Moose, Lena Fanene, former Nia Jax was booked for there, Mojo Rawley, Dean Mutadi was booked for it as well. Again, note the past tense. And after several weeks of talent complaining about being ghosted by the promotion, some talent announcing that they can't make it but still being featured on the advertising, and some confusing messaging or lack thereof from the promotion, WES put out the following. Dear fans and followers, unfortunately, we will have to cancel the event scheduled for this Saturday at the Motorpoint Arena in Nottingham, England. We are deeply disappointed in the news that we have to share, but with so many talent not showing up, we will have no choice but to cancel the event. Our team worked so hard on this event, day in and day out, for the fans to come with a different type of wrestling event, and believe that we still will be able to show that in the near future. I'm reading verbatim. We do not want to say that all our talent that was scheduled have been paid in full, and that Nina Fanene was paid her deposit as well while she changed her mind and did not want to show up and wrestle anymore. For now, we will have to apologize for this, but we promise that we'll not end there. See you soon. This comes after as well, it was been revealed by sources that the show had sold for a 10,000 seater stadium, about 350 tickets.
Yeah. Not good.
Not a good sign. How do we feel about them blaming the talent?
I think that's... I mean, from what we heard from other people as well, as we'll get onto, it seems like a very poor choice to do. I mean, I think since it was announced and everything, right, and since they announced that we're going to be at the Motorpoint Arena in Nottingham, to me at least, things just felt weird. Things already felt up in the air as soon as they announced a show that big. Right, to sell that many tickets for a new show, I think is quite a bold thing to do. So now, whilst I am I'm sad that this obviously can't get off the ground at the moment and whatnot too. I'm also like, from what we heard, it doesn't seem like it's necessarily the talent's fault at all.
No, this was a show that was meant to happen on the weekend of the Platinum Jubilee. And it came to light that they booked the event without realizing there was a Platinum Jubilee. So they moved it to July.
Yep.
And with the idea being that they would have more time to promote and market the event properly. And as the weeks went by, we heard nothing and nothing and nothing and then less than nothing. Matt Rehwoldt, who was announced along with Tom Hannifan to be the commentators for the Fight TV feed, he put a tweet out last week saying, I've basically been ghosted. They've not told me anything. They've booked me, but I've kept my diary free. They've not given me any details about hotel and accommodation or anything like that.
Where he also went on to say that he turned down another booking that he had because he was promised that he would be paid up front for this as well.
Exactly. Fightful Select saying, we heard from several talent associated with both sets of cancellations who made it clear they never worked for the company again. Many of the planned roster had even worked the event as a favor to the former Akam and Razor, the authors of Pain, who were sort of the figureheads who were putting this promotion together, and they seemed really up for it. And there's a few that, and Sean Ross Sapp spoke to a few people who booked on the card. I've spoke to a few people on the card as well. The general consensus is that the American talent were either paid a deposit ahead of time or paid in full, and then sort of it all went very quiet on the logistics front in terms of flights and accommodation and stuff like that. And it seems like quite a few, if not all of the UK talent, weren't paid at all. A few of the talents and other wrestlers around the scene have spoken on Twitter about WES, haven't they, Andrew?
They have. So Matt Rehwoldt, as we said earlier, he tweeted, talent not showing up, what a laugh, in terms of the statement that WES posted as well on Twitter. Adam Shaw, former Braun Strowman, who was scheduled to headline the first day as well, tweeted Sean Ross Sapp with, straight garbage to try and blame talent not showing up. I'm not a stooge, but the truth will come out. You'll look good at finding it.
Oh, they're going to get some hands.
And then Josh Alexander also tweeted WES saying, be better. If you love wrestling, just leave it to the pros or actually do what you say you're going to do. Wrestlers no-showing ain't ever going to be a thing. Maybe one or two, but not enough to warrant cancelling a show. We love this.
Yeah, it just seems weird to blame the wrestlers.
Especially, you know, as they were saying there as well, professional wrestlers too, you know? Exactly. This is their profession. They don't want to... Not a lot of people would just no-show, at least not enough to warrant sort of, you know, cancelling the show, as Josh Alexander says there. Chelsea Green also tweeting, instead of blaming the talent who took weeks off to come work for your new company under the impression you could be trusted, try refunding the fans and apologising for your lack of organisation.
Dean Mutardi, former Mojo Rawley, was another person sort of in the centre of all of this as it was all sort of coming out, and he landed in London just I think 2 days ago for this show, and he put out a message yesterday. The only person in this whole company doing anything that vaguely resembles damage limitation, which is a shocker. Dean Mutardi saying, unfortunate to see the cancellation of WES. I was very excited to step back in the ring and hyped to battle with Damo. I really feel for all the fans who had interest in the talent on this show. To anyone that bought a ticket, I will be doing a free meet and greet this Sunday, so we can all have a great time regardless and stay hyped. For those that didn't buy a ticket to WES and come to the meet and greet, 100% of that money will go to pay the UK local talent that were supposed to be on the show. As I have learned, they have not yet been paid. More info to come on that. Until then, I guess a week-long vacation in England with my beautiful fiance isn't the worst thing ever.
And that's why you won't see Adam Pacitti here in the office. Him and his fiance.
I want some lovely photos of them together on the London Eye.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Adam taking Dean Mutardi up the gherkin.
What a man. He's such a lovely guy, isn't he?
Nice guy.
Dean, that is. And Adam as well. He's a lovely guy too.
Adam's all right, I guess. Yeah. So that's, I mean, whether there'll be more to come from the WES thing, I guess we will keep an eye on it and let you know at cultaholic.com.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
It writes itself.
Unfortunately, it's unfortunate, you know. And I honestly, after all of this, I can't see this company really getting off the ground now.
Let's talk about a company that did get off the ground very successfully a few years ago. AEW Dynamite. New champion on Dynamite.
Somebody else got lifted off the ground. It was Scorpio Sky into a powerbomb. Boof. From our big old Wardlow there, who picked up the TNT Championship last night in the street fight, Tom. He overcame all the odds. American Top Team getting involved in there, all these run-ins. He was lobbing people about everywhere. Oh, and there was no sign of MJF, thank God.
Oh, still not. Yeah, I thought maybe if he was going to pop up, it might have been there. But
yeah, me too.
No. I hope that Wardlow is able to bring about like a smoothing out of the TNT title scene, because it's been a bit all over the show.
It's been, I think, absolutely. I think Miro said it as well. Miro was like, it's gone to SH1T recently, this whole entire division, and I can completely see that. However, I think Wardlow, with this being his first title in AEW and everything, I really do hope, and I think he deserves it as well. I think he's going to go on a dominant run. He feels like someone who would be a dominant champion for a long time as well.
And not the only big bit of news coming out of Dynamite last night. Faction has gone away. We have seen the. You want to do it?
There's no more scissor me, daddy. There's no more scissor me, daddy.
The scissoring has ended. So, Billy Gunn and the Gun Club turning on the Acclaimed during Dynamite last night. The Acclaimed are no more. So they teased last week that Billy was going to hang out with Caster and Bowens more. And that all turned out to be a ruse with blood being thicker than water.
And
Billy Gunn stepping between the Acclaimed and the Gun Club at one point after their match to sort of appeal for calm, only to whack Max Caster. And
why do this?
When I was putting this together, because spoiler, I put the news together in the morning. I'm not just a pretty face that turns up and reads it. I'm an aggregator alligator. What I noticed is that as I was writing it, I was writing, is this a heel turn?
What for
the Gun Club?
I mean, to be
fair,
like,
they're heels anyway.
Exactly. That's the thing.
I think because they were so popular. Does it count as a heel turn?
I'm really surprised that they've broken them up so soon, because I think there was a lot of gold to be had with all of them as well. I think we could have dived more into sort of Billy Gunn kind of adopting the Acclaimed as his like surrogate sons almost, rather than his actual sons. I think we could have played on that a little bit more. And it's been playing out for I guess like a couple of months at this point, but I think there was still more to be had in that. So I'm quite sad to see that this has happened. However, I think they'll have good matches together. At least we still get to see them interacting together, which is the main thing, So I'm cautiously optimistic to see where this goes.
We'll see where that one goes, and we'll have more news for you throughout the day at cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Scissor me daddy.
Scissor me daddy. I got confused there, Tom.
We didn't do our normal sign-off.
We didn't do the normal sign-off, that's why.
Hang on, we'll do our normal sign-off. Hang on. Keys.
Love you, bye. Scissor me daddy.
I've missed.
It's fine.